What's up? Welcome to How to Fix the Soul. I'm your host, Obi. So, we're going to talk a little bit about when you decide that you're going to connect yourself to HaShem, to the Creator, and you're going to start living your life in a straighter path than wherever you've come from. So, you need to know that it's not going to be easy, and that there's going to be ups and that there's going to be downs. So I'm going to be reading a little bit from Yeshiva Nefesh, but I'm not going to bore you with reading in Hebrew and translating. I'm just going to take the key points out of there from Rabbi Nachman of Breslev. So he says that when you take this decision that you want to return to the Creator, you want to start acting on a better path, you want to get your life on track to, live a normal life. So he says you need to be an expert in how to walk. You need to know how to walk. You need to know how to walk when it's easy. You need to know how to walk when it's hard. You need to know how to progress because your life is always moving forward. So you need to be an expert in how to move forward. And so there's a couple key points he says in here. And he says that you need to know how to walk so that nothing in the world is going to make you fall. Right? And that's an interesting concept because you can think that you fell, that you made a mistake, and that you fell, right? But he says that, no, you need to strengthen yourself to understand that you're going to have the ups and you're going to have downs. And he says you're going to have thousands of ups and thousands of downs. So when you understand this concept that inevitably you're going to be having ups, you're going to be having downs, so then you're not scared when suddenly you hit it down, when you fall. Because you realize, hey, it's not a fall. If you have a roller coaster, right, and the roller coaster goes up, 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 and then it goes down, 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 and you can already see that it goes up and down, and you looked at the ride, and you watched it a million times before while you're waiting in line. So when you're on the down, you're not scared, oh no, I fell, because you know there's an up, and then you know when you're going up the hill very slowly, you know there's a down. So there's no fear involved, right? And you understand this concept that when you're on a down, it's something it's normal. There's nothing wrong happening. So that's I would say point one, something really, really important, crucial to understand when you decide you're going to be living a good life, that it's going to be challenging, there's going to be the ups and there's going to be the downs, and it's not a problem. It's nothing to get scared of if you're unstable. It's a normal thing. So that's a first point he talks. Another thing he says in there is he says that you shouldn't fall in your knowledge. This is a really, really awesome point. It took me a long time to understand what he was saying here, but he says that you shouldn't fall in your dot. Don't fall in your knowledge. That even whatever passes over you, whatever mistakes you made, don't fall in your knowledge. And he doesn't say don't fall physically. He doesn't say don't make mistakes. He says don't fall in your knowledge. So it's a strange thing to say. He would seem to say, don't fall. Hey, you want to do the right thing, so stop making mistakes, stop messing up, stop messing around with that. You already decided you don't want to be involved in that, so let's go. Hold yourself together. Do better. But it's not what he says. He says, when you do fall, as if it's a normal thing, he's not even addressing that. He's saying, don't let it affect your mind. And this is something really, really crucial to understand, that you understand that I've decided in my head what I want. And the physical things that the ups and the downs, it doesn't affect me in what I know that I want. Because you can have one day, let's say you decide, okay, that's the right, I'm going to connect to the Creator, I'm going to do the right thing, this is right, I've decided this is the right path, right? And you wake up and you have fire that day and you're doing everything right. And then you go to sleep and you wake up the next day and it's late and you're just I was wrong. That's not for me. It just can't be for me. And then you go through the day and you're like, nah, I can't believe I thought it's not really for me. It's too hard. And then something happens that day, you talk to a friend and he wakes you up again, you wake up the next day and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do the right thing, I'm going to go, and then something happens that day, someone, you get upset and you're like, forget it, this is not for me, I can't do it, and everything that happens, you go from one end to the other, and you haven't made a decision. Cool. We even got a music part in here. So, and everything that happens, right? So everything that happens shakes you maybe this is for me, maybe not. Maybe this is for me, maybe not. This happened, no, it's not for me. Oh, yeah, this is for me. So the things you're going through physically affects what you think mentally. So he's saying, he said, understand, make a decision, go find out what you want, and then have that your direction. And then so you got angry at somebody. Okay, fine. So apologize, understand this thing you need to work on, and continue. It doesn't make any difference. So you failed in another area that you're working on. So, okay, it doesn't mean now that I failed, so it's not for me. No, stay strong in your head. Okay, I've decided, and there's really only one way that I know that you can that you can really reach that kind of conclusion. And I hope it's kind of clear what I'm saying. Is it clear what I'm saying? Kind of to understand that when you're going straight, so the physical things, they don't affect you into what direction that you're going, right? You make a wrong turn, doesn't make a difference. Just pull right back on the thing. It's not, you made a wrong turn, okay, so maybe instead I'll go to New York when I was trying to head to LA. And then you make another wrong turn, so you're like, yeah, maybe I'm going to go to Memphis instead because I'm on the way there. No, you want to go to LA, so you get back on the road and you keep driving there, right? So enough with the analogies. I was going to say there's only one way that I know to understand really, really, really where you want to go. And that is if you take time to decide that. And it's such an amazing thing that you can go through your years and years and years, and you never once stop to think about what do you want. And especially it came to me like when I was working in a restaurant, actually, that all day I was thinking, because I've always been like this, had this honest thing in my head kind of searching for, but I never really took time to dedicate to it. And at a certain point I realized that like, hey, thinking should also be one of my priorities. And it seems like a weird thing, but yeah, thinking should be a time where all you do is think, because you wake up in the morning, you're eating breakfast, you're kind of thinking, and then you're on your way to work and you think in the car a little bit, and then you're at work and you think a little bit, and you're getting somewhere, and then somebody calls and you have to take care of that, and then you go back to thinking a little bit, and you have important things happening in your life, decisions that you need to make, but you don't take the time to say, hey, maybe this is a decision that's important enough that I should go take half an hour and go sit on my recliner and just think about this decision. Not answer any phone calls, not take care of it. No, I could do it while I'm cooking. So and then something comes up while you're cooking and you completely get distracted. Or you're like, no, at work, on my drive, I have time to think. And you never end up reaching conclusions because you're getting somewhere with your thoughts and you're starting to understand yourself. And then something you get to work and, okay, friend, forget it. I'll think about it later. And you lost everything you achieved, right? So like the one way I know to make this, to find the way that you know where you're going so that even if you make a wrong turn, you pull back on, even if you fall. And I'm talking about making mistakes. I'm talking about even when you mess up, it doesn't affect where you're going at all because you've had this time where you sat down and you'd be like, okay, why? Why? I'm going to work. Why? I spend 8 hours a day at work. How much time do I think about why I'm at work? Maybe it would be important to spend 8 minutes asking myself why. I'm spending 8 hours a day at work. And I don't have an answer to the question why. Maybe I do have an answer, but you want to get it clear because it gives you that motivation. When you know where you're headed, you can do anything as long as you know why you're going there. So that's like a little bit on the topic of like deciding, coming to conclusions and then heading there, and not heading there and never making mistakes and never messing up and never getting off track, but heading there and knowing that the little bumps you hit, they're not pushing you off track. And that's another point. Getting back to the more spiritual side of things, if you want to connect yourself to HaShem, you can realize that there's nothing that can distance you from connecting yourself to HaShem, because HaShem is everywhere. He brings a quote from King David where he says, if I'm flying in the heavens, there you are. I'm not going to translate it literally in Old English. I'm going to make it a little relevant. If I'm flying in the heavens, there you are. And if I find myself in the lowest depths, there you are. There you are. Right? King David, whenever he was in a good place, he saw there was God. Whenever he was in a bad place, he saw God over there. He saw the Creator over there. And it's something that all of us can do to understand that nothing can separate you from God. If you've decided that I want to connect myself to God, I want to connect myself to the Creator, I want to live my life in that kind of way, so then all you have, like people say, you have opportunities and challenges and stuff like that. It sounds nice. And that's kind of the truth, is that when you've decided that you want to connect yourself to HaShem, so now it's just a matter of how you're going to do that. And the situations are going to come. Like we said, you're going to have the ups, you're going to have the downs. Now the question is when you're on an up, so it's easy to connect yourself to HaShem. It's easy when you're feeling good, when you're feeling spiritual, when you're feeling positive. So it's easy, you can make blessings, you can thank God, you can do the right thing, you can do the commandments, you can help other people. And then also when you're in a down, so you're just learning how to connect to God, how to connect to the Creator when you're on those downs. And the goal isn't to always be on an up. The goal is to always be connected to the Creator. The goal is to always be connected to the Creator. That's the goal. So the goal is not to connect to the Creator on ups. The goal is to connect to the Creator, and you're going to have the ups and you're going to have the downs. So that's why he's saying to be an expert, like we said in the beginning, be an expert in how to walk. Be an expert in how to walk. Know how to walk uphill and know how to walk downhill. So like a couple examples, like how you can connect to God when you fall. If you make a mistake, right? Let's use anger, because anger is a very relative, very universal thing that everyone struggles with this, except for you. You never have this problem, but everyone else has this problem where they get angry. All right. And so it's easy to not get angry when you're in a good mood, right? You're in a good mood. You can brush it off. You can shrug it off. Great. That's how you connect to the Creator when you're in a good mood. But how do you connect? Let's say you do make a mistake. You mess up, right? And obviously you can't be getting mad and yelling at people and you're not doing the right thing. But then you use that and now you see, okay, now all you've done now is you understand what you have to work on. Because if you're always getting angry and upset, so you can't connect yourself you can't really be glued to the Creator, because the second you get mad at somebody, you completely forgot about the Creator. If you didn't forget about Him, then why are you mad at Him? You'd realize it was all Him, right? And these are normal things. Of course, sometimes someone's going to cut you off. Someone rams into your car. It's a little bit annoying. Of course, you're going to get angry and stuff. So what, are you supposed to just completely avoid situations that are going to get you upset? That means that you're not perfect? No. It must be that it's possible to also connect to the Creator through those difficult situations. And so when those situations come up, it's a lot after the fact. When you're in the situation, it's hard to control yourself, right? But then after the fact, you can look back at it and bring, okay, look, this was God over here. It's good it wasn't worse over here. And also you can apologize. There's always ways to fix that, because it's the reality. And I'm not so clear in what I'm saying right here, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a reality that things are going to happen that are bad. So it doesn't at all mean that you're making a mistake when something bad happens. It's like a roller coaster. It's pre-programmed in that it has the ups and the downs. There's nothing wrong with the cart when it's going down the hill. It's only a different phase of it. And it's really to remain strong when you're down. And I can give you like other examples. Let's say you decide you want to stop drinking, you want to stop clubbing, you want to stop partying, okay? So your friend calls you, an old buddy of yours, and you end up going out to a party, right? So now you think, okay, I'm on a down. I can't, this is it. I decided I'm not going to do this, and I'm here. So whatever. No. Why can't you thank God for the alcohol at the party? Why can't you can't be like, no, I'm at the party. I decided I'm not going to do this. It's not clean. It's not good for me and everything. So there's nothing good here. Why not? You're at the party already. Why can't you thank God that someone brought something that was better than the cheapest vodka? Or Milwaukee's Best. You know about Milwaukee's Best, right? Yeah. Anyway, but you can thank God that for these things. You can find it in there. It's not that I'm at a party and there's girls and there's drugs and there's alcohol here and there's no God. I can't connect to God here. Why not? Why can't you thank God? I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I used to thank God. Me and my friend, we had a thing. We would say thanks and a praise over the bowls. Like every time we setched up a new head, we would say like a thanks and a praise before we smoked it. Why not? Can you be like, no, what I'm doing is wrong, and so I can't connect to God? Why not? If you know that's where you're at, and this is where you're at right now, so connect to God through that. So always know that, what is my goal? My goal is to connect to the Creator. Fine. I'm on an up. How do I connect to the Creator? I'm on a down. How do I connect to the Creator here? I think we'll hold it over here, and we'll continue in the next episode of How to Fix a Soul. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.